The following is for informational purposes only. For medical advice, please see a medical professional.
Welcome to Staying Alive with Margaret and Susy. Thanks for coming back for another
Yes,
episode.
welcome. Yeah.
Oh, Susy, so glad to be with you. So, this is an episode that I started thinking about a few months back that I wanted to throw in the mix. And this episode is about health span, which is different from lifespan. It's a term that gerontologists use. And when they're looking at their aging patients and they want to see how healthy their patients are through the remaining years of their life till their last breath. And what they found is that unfortunately, on average, there's about a 15-year span where we're not that healthy for the last 15 years of our lives. That's on average. That's on average. And so Susy and I in these programs, it's all about, we want our health span to be equal to our lifespan. That's what we're shooting
If
for.
possible, yes.
So even though things happen and we have to get treatment for various things, you've heard about that in previous episodes, we keep going to stay as healthy as possible so that we are vital and zestful and fully active till the very end. And so that's what we're shooting for here.
Right.
And
right.
that's what we want to talk about.
You know, it's interesting when you say that. I think about my book group. We spent a lot more time talking about our health than we did 10 years ago. Let's just put it that way. So, you know, I think it becomes more of a topic of conversation amongst our peers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And hopefully talking about tips and not giving up. Like,
right.
And so we really want to encourage people that lifestyle changes can happen at any age.
That's right.
Gerontologists who study this area, what they found is that they've done research in nursing homes where people are like in their 80s and 90s, and they identify people who have balance problems, and they put them on weight training routines and improve their balance, and find that changes can occur.
You and I
for the
have a good
positive.
friend who just started drinking water more often. And it truly changed how he feels.
Oh, that's so good.
And more clear and feels better, you know? So there's little things that you can do that, you know, I think when you're younger, you're maybe doing some of those things for yourself, but you're not doing them consistently, and you're not doing them mindfully.
Yeah.
You know, you're drinking water when you get thirsty, or you're busy and you're drinking too much coffee, and you're working, and maybe you're exercising on the weekends, or exercising because you want to be in a marathon or something.
Yeah.
But I think that it becomes necessary for it to be more mindful.
Yeah.
And also, you know, time-wise, you know, when you're older, you have time, if you're retired, to do some things to really help yourself.
Yeah.
And it does take time.
On the topic of water, I want to link that back to what gerontologists know is that falls and fractures are the things that most affect healthy lifespan, and dizziness is number one caused by dehydration.
Yeah.
So and older people don't think that. They think, oh, it's my medication or something.
Right.
When really they're dehydrated. And
and some, I hate to say it, but some medications can kind of make you dehydrated too, almost.
Right.
You know, right. So dehydration, and also I've been told there was a medication I had to take for a while, and I've been warned, you know, drink plenty of water when you're taking that medication, because it can also damage your kidneys if you don't.
Yeah.
You know.
So everything that you can do to keep your balance, to prevent falls and fractures. In my case, I do strength training because I have osteoarthritis and issues. And if you see me, that's the thing that most gives away my age is my posture. So I'm constantly working on body strength, training, balance training to improve that, and really watch my water intake. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
drink,
I
you
know
know.
falls can really, I've had 3 concussions in like probably 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
10 or 11 years. And I started noticing that my balance is off. So I have to really be mindful about doing things for it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And some people, you know, the risk and the benefit, you just have to weigh it out. Like some people want to, for instance, continue to ride a bike in their 80s or
Right.
something.
Right. Yeah.
For me, the risk of falling and breaking something, like
Yeah. I'm kind of like that
I don't
too.
mind never riding a bike again.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
mind.
kind of there too now. I like to ride my bike. I still have my bike and I love bikes, but I'm hesitant. Yeah, because
Yeah.
of the fact that I've had 3
Mm-hmm.
concussions. Yeah, and but there are things you can do, and they're pretty simple things for balance too. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not a lot of, and I've said before in a previous episode that I'm a yo-yo exerciser, but it's also sometimes important for somebody like me to find variety.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe some days you're getting on your exercise bike, and some days you're going for a walk, and some days you're doing some yoga, and
Mm-hmm.
some days you're doing some strength training, and you know, and never say, well, I'm too old to exercise. You can do
Oh, yeah.
exercises that are super beneficial sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
Chair yoga is really effective. You can do strength training sitting in a chair. There's a lot of things that you can
Yeah.
do. It's
And
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 a lot of
I never have stopped walking either. Like
yeah.
as long as we can walk, we wanna
Well, and there's
keep
strength training
walking.
programs at a lot of senior centers, and a lot of gyms or YMCA's have programs specifically for seniors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, from that, let me segue into there may be things going on in your body. Say you're in your 50s or 60s and you've started to identify things in your body that you think perhaps need repaired in order to have a healthy 70s and 80s experience. I had that because I knew I went on a trip to the mountains of Tuscany with my husband and a couple friends my age when I was in my late 60s. And my knees were so bad, I thought, I'm not going to be able to keep doing what I want to do for the rest of my life. My doctor's been telling me for years, get the knee replacement. They've really perfected that now. It's going to change your life. And you know what? I did it, and it did. Like
Mhm.
now here I am in my mid 70s, and my knees are operating so well, and I can do things that I couldn't do in my mid 60s because, well, my one knee in particular was so bad.
So
And
you've
so
had both knees done, Margaret?
I had both of them done
Okay.
now.
Okay.
So be aware of what those things are.
Mm-hmm.
I had a congenital heart a valve prolapse, it's called. And so the valve just really wasn't operating anymore. I knew that I could be short of breath and stay on medication my rest of my life or get this valve replaced. And I knew because it runs in my family that my mother and my aunt got to be like in their late 80s on oxygen and saying, "Oh, I think I want to get my valve done now." And the doctor said, "Too late. You're on the
Yeah.
oxygen tank for the rest of your life, lady. You know,
Right.
it's like it's not safe anymore." So I got that taken care of. And I mean, it was scary, but hey, to not be short
Mm-hmm.
of breath for the rest of your life, it's a wonderful
Right.
thing. So,
Right.
just you have to weigh out the risk, benefits of all
Mm-hmm.
these different things. You
Yeah.
heard and hopefully you met Jennifer Ashby in one of the previous episodes. She mentioned that she has found a congenital brain weakness, and all they have to do is go in and correct this small little spot, and then she won't have this brain weakness for the rest of her life. She's 60 years old and super healthy, and it's considered a low risk operation where in 10, 15 years, it could be something that would be life threatening if she left,
Oh,
if she left this weakness in,
interesting. I wonder how she
this.
found it out. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
be aware of the genetic factors in your family, be aware of your own history, and don't be afraid to get things taken care of so that you
Right.
can have a really healthy and fun experience in your 70s and
Right.
on as we are.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
things happen that sometimes interfere, like an accident or something like that, but you really can be proactive and get ahead of the game,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully keep on going, keep on
Yeah.
trucking.
I mean, most people I know have physical therapists in their 70s. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think I have any friend in their 70s that doesn't have a physical
Or
therapist.
hasn't been to see a
You
physical
know, yeah.
therapist. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
has like a whole stack of exercises because different parts of our body start getting pinched and sore, and range of
Yeah.
motion gets affected, and then we want to
Yeah.
work on it,
Yeah.
and we do it, and
Yeah.
it works. It really works.
Yeah. Does that say that we're not going to have arthritis when we get to be if we live to be 90, 95? We probably will. There's some types of arthritis that are, you're going to experience when you're quite old.
Yeah.
Maybe I know a lot of women, it seems I know, who get older, their hands start to hurt,
Yeah.
those kind of things. And but you just have to keep trucking.
Susie swims. A lot of people we know swim, right? Do you like that, Susie? The
Yeah,
swimming?
I do. And I can't believe how good I feel when I swim. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I have to admit, I don't love chlorine. Some pools are saltwater. Unfortunately, I don't live in a place that has a saltwater pool, but I do go to a very good pool that, it's somewhat chlorine.
Yeah.
but
They
it
measure
really
it.
feels like it's perfect for my body, because also I have some swelling. This I did not know. I think this is an interesting medical fact. When you have swelling in your body, being in cool water and moving helps with the swelling. So
Oh,
my
great.
physical therapist told me to swim or to be in water, not hot water, not a hot tub,
Yeah.
but being in the pool is super, super good for my swelling. And so
Oh.
it feels right. It just feels right. So
Yeah.
do things for yourself that feel right.
Yes. 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 So we're planning on having a health span that equals our lives, and we're doing everything we can, and that's what we wanted to tell you about today. So I think we'll end it there.
Yeah.
And so please like and subscribe.
Thank you so
And
much.
yes, welcome
Okay.
back,
Until next
Susie.
time,
We are staying
alive.
You've been listening to Staying Alive with Margaret and Susie. This show is hosted by Margaret Cooley and Susie Hymas. To subscribe to our show, leave a comment or ask a question, please visit stayingalivewithmargaretandsusie.com. Our podcast is available on all major podcast platforms. If you've enjoyed our program, please feel free to leave us a 5-star review. Thanks for listening.